Hey guys, this is Gameifyzation, and where it's all about the games. And I'm doing another scary game today. It's called Exmortis. So yeah, yay! Ah! Ah! Stop! No! Ew! That's disgusting. Uh. Oh. Ew. That's. No. Ah! What kind of game is this? I don't want to play this. Shit! You wake up in the woods with a lump on your head. You can't remember how you got there. All you can recall are the dreams. It's late, cold, and you're unsure of where you are exactly, fighting through the headache. You regain your focus. You see a house in a clearing and decide to shelter there. Anything is better than freezing to death in the woods. What kind of game is this? What kind of game? No! This is freaking creepy! What the hell? Woods. I'd rather freaking die in the woods. Can't do shit. God damn. Damn! Shit. Just, no. I don't want to. Of course. It has to be the creek one. That's awesome. If you haven't noticed, I step like back. Hell no. Why? Why? God, why? I turn the volume really, really low. Shit. Of course. With the creeks. I don't like this game at all. This is... Ah! Ew! What kind of goddamn game is this? The graphics. Oh, please don't. Please, no jump scares. Please. Please, God. Come on. May 24th, 1997, an unusually eventful day today. I stumbled across an unusual find whilst out hunting for deer in the remote wilderness, stalking a wild steed into a clearing. You can only imagine my surprise to find a house, old and seemingly abandoned, but still standing strong. An interesting find. No, it's not. You don't find a what in the house. You don't find a house in the woods and go into it. Why? Why? One that certainly has me curious. May 25th, 97. Upon my investigation with the city archives early this morning, it appears the house has been abandoned for almost 10 years and certainly resides under the control of the local government. I feel that its location must be too remote for them to be able to tear it down, but I must admit that I feel drawn back to the house, mostly of curiosity, but I cannot deny that there is something else about that place that has me yearning to return. This story is actually really good. May 28th, 97, I could not put it off any longer. I called in sick to the office today and decided that I would retrace my steps into the wilderness to once again find the house which has been foremost on my mind of late. It didn't take much to find it again, as it was almost like I was being guided back to the exact spot I found myself 4 days ago. Once I plucked enough courage, I pushed open the unlocked front door. Admittedly, I was very surprised at the ease of which the door opened, considering that the hinge had probably built up a good 10 years' worth of rust. To my relative astonishment, the place was still furnished, though very dirty and completely run down. I was, and still am, amazed at the state of the place. Considering that it had been empty for so long, I decided that I would explore the house and not disturb anything within. My fear had not subsided, and as a matter of fact, it's still with me as I record the journal some hours later. My curiosity took me to the kitchen. Shit is this? God! Bedroom and laundry room before a thumping noise from the roof on the second level startled me so much that I ran straight out the front door and back to the forest of my automobile. As it was, I almost fell off a small ledge and into the thicket below. I felt like a complete fool being scared off by rats, which I assumed they were. May 29th, 97. I had a nightmare last night. All I can remember is the blood and the frightened screams surrounding me, and the house was in my nightmare too. May 30th, 97. I called in sick to work once again so that I could venture out the wilderness and explore the abandoned house once more. Not surprisingly, I found that the structure was relative ease as I did yesterday. However, I was startled when I noticed the front door was closed. I am certain that when I left in such a hurry the other day, that the door had been left ajar. In any case, I eventually attributed the closed door to the wind, as I clearly the only person who had been in the old house recently. I repeatedly scored through the house for anything interesting, heading back to the previously visited rooms. Once again, I passed the hallways outside the main bedroom on the second level. I heard heavy thumping coming from the roof. I was instantly very tempted to repeat yesterday's dash from the house, but I swallowed my fear and continued on with the exploration. In the limited time that I had before dusk, unfortunately, I did not uncover anything that would explain the mysterious disappearance of the most recent tenants. The 31st, 1997. I sit here in the lounge room of the old house by candlelight, recording this journal, the events that I've described today. Although I am scared to within an inch of my life, I am bound to this house and feel that I do not have the strength or resolve to run back to my car at such an advanced hour. As I have for the past week, I returned to this house with the intent of uncovering anything that could help answer the question of its missing tenant. I failed to uncover anything that could help the case, but what I did find seems far more precious and disturbing than I could have ever hoped for, and I was scouring the library for any misplaced photos or letters. I almost tripped myself over a leather-bound book sitting in the middle of the dusty floor. I was certainly miffed as to how I missed it in my movements through this house of I'm sorry, I can't read right, I'm scared. Through this house of the past few days. Picking up the book, I felt a slight empowerment rush through me. The distant sound of wind began to sound like whispers, and the room in which I was standing seemed to darken. I wondered what knowledge the scribe had passed down the ages for me. Enchanted by this aging literature, I retreated back into the lounge room, settled down in one of the most comfortable chairs, and continued to read through the contents of this book. Written what seemed to be red ink of some sort, a lot of the content didn't initially make sense to me, as the majority of written in a language that is foreign to me. But in the back of the book, there were abridged translations written by Mr. Xavier Graham from 1890. The majority of what I could understand seemed that rather jumbled and nonsensical. Rather disappointed, I closed the book and relieved myself of its burden. Things from this point became rather blurred and frighteningly surreal. The sound of distant forest animals stopped, as if all life paused, waiting for my next move. The wind outside stopped pounding against the shuttered windows, and the candle winked out of existence, leaving me in almost pitch-black conditions. I listened closely, and all I could hear over my heartbeat and rasping breath was the whispering that I shrugged off before. It was coming from every direction, yet no direction at all. The whispering slowly got louder until it seemed like a dull roar. Voices of many different types called out. They cried in pain, screamed my name, and some shouted obscenities I dare not repeat. There were so many of them, so many voices. I felt multiple hands pin me down to the chair by my upper torso, but every time I flailed my arms in front of me, they connected with nothing but air. The harder I was pressed against the chair, the harder it was for me to breathe, and soon I could not breathe at all. I blacked out. The last thing I remember was a flash of my nightmare from the night before. A flash of the blood, a flash of the screams, the house. I woke up about 20 minutes ago, slumped in the same chair, It's now long after dark, and I dare not brave the sub-zero temperatures of the woodland winter to return home this evening. Tonight I will be staying here in this accursed house. I sometimes think that I can still hear the whispering, or that they're just echoes of my earlier brush with madness. I can feel the urge of slumber rush towards me like a freight train. I pray that I survive the night. So he did. Okay. June 1st, 97. Plagued by nightmares more vivid than I care to remember, I woke up screaming. It appears that I slept through the daylight hours, but it didn't matter to me. I was incensed to fight the freezing conditions outside and return home, but I was scared to move from the spot. They started whispering to me, I want to leave. They started whispering to me again, I want to leave, but I can't. They won't let me. I scream at them, but they just laugh and utter obscenities back at me. What have I released upon this world? June, damn, this is long. And it's been 10 minutes, so I'm probably going to end this episode. Thank God, after I read this, because this is scaring the shit out of me. But it's a really good game, apparently, because I read reviews on it. Why don't I just finish reading? June 3rd. Vlu spoke to me today. It is he who has spoken of the What the frick? I am so lost. Alright, then Vlu spoke to me today. It is he who has spoken of what? It is he who is spoken of in the Exmortis. With every word he whispers into my mind, I tremble as if my soul has been shaken to its core. June 7th. That was June 3rd. I have been here for over a week now. Surely someone must be looking for me by now. I pray that they find me. My captors here won't let me leave. Every door, every exit, the handles turn, but the door does not move on its hinges. June 16th. 97. I no longer fear death. I actually pray that it comes for me. 30th. They still torment me, keeping me here, keeping me alive. They need me too. I can't even write of it. July 20th. I feel my sanity has almost left me. I hallucinate so vividly, I can't tell what's real and what is not anymore. The ancient shows me images of his former glory. I don't understand why they want me, why they need me. July 26th, 97. I am actually surprised. I am told they seek not to control me. They only seek my assistance in aiding the inevitable. But why do I continue to resist? What they tell me makes more sense than anything I have ever known, but I still fear them, and what they will do to me should I refuse. But at this moment, I can't think of a single reason why I should. August 13th. Is acceptance all that I have ever yearned for? But the greater good here is far more complicated, yet so much easier to obtain. They smile upon me now. Strangely, though, I like it. I find... I'm sorry. What? They smile upon me now. Strangely, though, I like it. That's kind of weird. I find myself basking in the warmth of their chilling promises. August 22nd, 97. I am comfortable, and I am learning about the true nature of the world and what is beyond it. I do not know why I continue writing in this journal. I guess that is the last semblance of humanity that I have within me. It's ridiculous, though. I am becoming much more than human. With every moment that I spend under the patient tutelage, I've been tempted to throw this journal into the fire so many occasions. Reading over its pages only reminds me of how weak I used to be. I've lost track of the day, but I'm sure that I have been here for over a year, so it must be 98. It has been a long time since I've entered anything in this journal. I can rejoice, though. We will have company at last. I will finally be rewarded. A group approached to provide me with the everlasting cup of life. A day away, no more, no less, I am told. Wrath, death, blood. My day has finally arrived. The Exmortis shall make the world remember what was, and I will be integral in reinstating what will be. I can see them now, a group of campers as I was promised, 3 males and 2 females. Now all I can do is wait. Wait for my time, become their hand. Immortality beyond patience, patience beyond the dominion. I can taste it now, anoint... What? That's a word? Okay. Anoint me, Lord Vlu, Lo. The time has come. Shit. Well, I'm gonna end this episode here. Thank God. This game is scary as shit, but, thanks for watching. This story and the graphics apparently are really good. The graphics so far have not been bad, because they're actually showing actual videos and stuff, and the storyline seems really awesome, so I really want to play it. I don't want to play it, but I want to play it at the same time. Thanks for watching. I'm probably going to play Happy Wheels now just to get my mind off this game. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and get gamified. Like, favorite this video if you enjoyed. And watch my other scary videos and hear me scream. Some more, I guess. I don't know. I just stuck in my head. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye!